With Pikmin 4 drawing nearer and nearer every day, it is drawing nearer, right? Guys? Maybe I should just make some Paper Mario Wii U speculation instead. Makes the time pass a little easier at least. It's time to tackle some of the possibilities for some of the major mechanics of the game. And what is everyone's absolute favourite part of Pikmin? Well, of course, it would have to be something mind-blowing, game-changing, 100% irreplaceable mechanics. Amiibos. Yay! No, but seriously, whether you think adding Amiibo mechanics to a game is arbitrary and simply just a cheap way of squeezing more money out of consumers, or just love the inclusion of a little Nintendo figurine to have alongside playing the game, there's no denying that Amiibos will probably be sticking around for quite some time. Unless the NX doesn't have Amiibo support for some strange reason and Pikmin 4 happens to come out on the NX as a launch title or something, but I don't know. So let's delve into how Amiibo support could work for the Pikmin franchise. So starting off, what Amiibo designs could there be? Well, as of right now, there are two forms of Amiibo designs, figurines and cards. And sure, I guess technically you'd have the woolly design too, but I think those are a one-off thing, right? Anyway, looking at the Pikmin characters as a whole, I'd say it's quite unlikely that their Amiibos will be in card form, simply because of the fact that there isn't enough characters to warrant them, unlike other franchises like Animal Crossing, which has given birth to 12 figurine Amiibo and like 200 Amiibo cards. Seriously. Anyway, since 12 figurines apparently isn't too much for one franchise according to Nintendo, I'd say it's safe to assume that all Pikmin characters could appear in figurine form. I mean, we already have Olimar and some Pikmin as part of a Smash Bros. Amiibo, but we could additionally have Olimar alone, Louie, the President, Alf, Brittany and Charlie, not to mention I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo in their money-seeking ways decided to create Amiibos for each type of Pikmin as well, making reds, yellows, blues, purples, whites, rocked, winged and maybe even Bulbmin Amiibos a thing. So in total that comes to 15 figurine designs on top of any new Pikmin they may introduce. Though since that number even exceeds Animal Crossing, I think it's more likely to say that Pikmin as a whole will have their own single Amiibo and they won't be split up. Or they'll be split for their respective games, with reds, yellows and blues having one Amiibo whilst winged and rock Pikmin appear on another. Either way Nintendo slices it, that's a lot of Amiibo. So what could they possibly do? Well, honestly, that's quite a tricky question. When I first thought of the topic, I expected loads of ideas to come streaming in, but do Amiibos really have a lot of diversity between mechanics? I mean, Smash Bros. Introduced customizing characters, which is something I don't really see coming into the Pikmin franchise too well, unless some strange Pikmin blending mechanic was added to the game, which would take away from the aspect of balancing out your colours in order to tackle the obstacles ahead and working with the team that you have, rather than creating one overpowered Super Pikmin. That being said, there are a couple of ideas I can seriously think of as to how the Pikmin franchise could add Amiibo support to the story mode segment of the game. The first of which is that it acts as an item. Working as an ultra spicy spray, tapping on the screen will give your army of Pikmin a temporary boost in speed and power, to give you that little oomph. Perhaps making it only work once a day to not make it too overpowered. Or not, whatever. Going on with the item idea, maybe it could do something else, like sprout 50 Pikmin immediately from the onion, depending on what design you tapped onto the gamepad. Or perhaps an item which kills all enemies on screen, or at least helps the fight against them in some manner. Or how about the ability to minimize the weight of some objects with some sort of shrinking mechanic? I don't know, any sort of item idea in general would be pretty applicable here. Alternatively, and this one's a stretch, it could be used to unlock hidden characters. Sure, unlocking Olimar probably won't be very necessary in Pikmin 4, but maybe if you were to tap the President whilst on the day menu or whilst on the map screen, you could unlock him as an optional playable character. Again, quite a stretch, but it's an idea. And this is just trying to come up with ideas for the story mode of Pikmin 4. There is still quite a bit more to the games than just that. If we're here to talk about the other Pikmin modes, we may find more Amiibo options. Now I would start off with the competitive multiplayer mode, but really that would be unfair to whichever player has the Wii U gamepad, as unless there's some sort of 3DS Pikmin 4 game which is interactive with the Wii U version, the idea of bringing Amiibos into the system is kinda useless. Unless it's on the NX and there's some sort of like way that both characters can use Amiibos separately, I don't know. I don't feel like it works very well. But challenge mode, now that's where things are at. Looking over to another of Nintendo's franchises, Splatoon, we can see that the use of Amiibos in that game is to unlock special challenges for the player to attempt to complete. Well, isn't that incredibly convenient? A franchise which has an entire segment dedicated to the actor completing specific challenges would be the perfect scenario for Amiibo functionality. Just imagine how many levels could be introduced with so many Amiibo figurines. Anyway, I expect this would be the most likely function, as it seems to just fit much more naturally with how Pikmin games work. That being said, it would be nice to have some sort of other function appear too. I just want to play as the president again. Anyway, on that note, I'm pretty much already out of Amiibo ideas for Pikmin 4, but maybe you have some ideas yourself, so feel free to tell us about them down in the comments, and I may just bring it up in the future. Oh, on top of that, did you know there's a full-blown active Pikmin forums right now? I only found out recently, but yeah, it's a thing. The forums can be found within Wikipedia, which is the new location for the Pikmin Wiki, which is now still called the Pikmin Wiki because the other one was the Pikmin Wikia, because everyone's moved over. I know, it sounds complicated. I don't know which one's the wiki, which one's the Wikia, and which one's Wikipedia, but I know where to go, I just don't know the names, whatever. If you'd like an easy link to get to them, and have your own discussions, speculations, theories, or whatever you feel like putting down, then check the description of this video. In general, that would probably be the best place to post about any thoughts you have about Pikmin, be it simple ideas or full-on theories. That being said, I am less likely to see them there, but maybe if people link to discussions from the forums that people would like to see me talk about, then maybe your ideas will still appear on the channel. I don't know. Just thought it'd be a good place for the community to sort of head to. Anyway, on that final note, I'm gonna end it off here. For now, my name's been Daz, you didn't really care, and I'll see you in a bit.